Hey everyone, how's it going? It's I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a Veve OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say, where's Dashi? Dashi is somewhere else right now. Commenting, like, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. And become a member and join Patreon and all other fantastical things for that. Anyway, I'll get right into it. I'll start off with OMI and the reasons why we had Tammy Hanna, that had she was on the live stream recently that I was just doing and asked a question saying, if you were somebody that had a decent job that, had income coming in and had an extra 5K, would you throw that 5K just in OMI, or would you get a Veve logo, and then after the Veve logo, you put the rest of that in OMI, whatever's left over? And as I was explaining, saying, well, if you're just going for ROI and just monetary investment ROI, I think OMI is probably the best. And again, this is just my opinion. It's not financial advice. Everyone has their own opinion, even if some people are completely wrong. I had gone on and mentioned that if we're just talking about money, just the ROI on just money, probably going to be better for OMI. However, I will say that Coolmo had just messaged me. He's Coolmo1 on YouTube or on Twitter, saying that he had actually bought the $2,700 Veve logo that was on there right now. Now there's only two on there. One's at 3K, one's at 3,100. After that, the floor goes up to 4,400. Now, if those two are bought and the floor does go up to 4,400, you're probably going to see a couple people that, oh, I'll sell this for 4,100, 3,900, 38, and it might get back to 35, 33, whatever it is. But I hear the comments already, Chavez, if you think OMI is going to be the best ROI, why wouldn't you just automatically just say OMI? Well, it's the best ROI for money, and money, although is one of the greatest things in the world that can help you do things and can help you help other people do things, and animals as well. That's what I plan to use it for. It's only one facet of life. I've gone over this briefly before, but when I talk about the Veve logo, yeah, I expect that to 10x from here. Bull market, 30K. Again, that's just my predictions. Other people can call me a moon boy, call me whatever you want. But what I see is not just money from it. What do you get with that? Well, there's a Telegram group. And if you buy one or if you have one, go message Mr. MC1 and he'll get you in there. I think he's on vacation for a couple of weeks. I don't know if it's vacation, but he's away for a couple of weeks. He'll be back soon. If you're taking a look at, again, if it's Mr. MC1's group, Sanjay, and he's a very brilliant, successful person, you can imagine that there are other brilliant, successful people in there. And the more brilliant, successful people you have in your circle that you could message with at any time, most likely the better off you are. Usually the people that you associate with the most, your top 5 friends that you spend the most time with, take the average of their income, and that's most likely your income. So, for me, part of the reason why I'll always be in there, outside of the fact that, you have some people that are in there that you really want to be in there. You have other people that not only bring you up to their level or force you to go up to their level and just make you a better person. There's a lot of business owners in there. There's a lot of people with either a lot of OMI or just insight, and they're all really cool and chill. And I don't know, if you are looking into getting into real estate or selling a house or something, guarantee you there's somebody in there that works in that field. There's a lot of successful people in there, and networking, in my opinion, when you have the attention of not only other high-minded people, but other, let's just say, founders of certain companies that are in that Telegram chat, that type of knowledge is invaluable. So I told her, I was like, I would actually buy that. I would buy that logo, and then I would put the rest of what you have into OMI. So that's one thing I wanted to talk about today. The other thing I wanted to talk about is the price of Minnie and what she's doing right now. Why isn't Donald and Mickey following? What's going on with Dumbo? Could Minnie surpass Dumbo? I've said this multiple times before that Minnie will surpass Dumbo. I was actually somebody had tagged me in a comment before. I'll find it for you right now. Somebody had posted, Eddie Drescher posted on Facebook saying Minnie is catching Dumbo as the floor price was 173. And then you had Michael Hobbs saying Randy Chavez was right because I was. And okay, well, why? Why is Minnie going so high? Why, she was Chavez. Didn't you say that she was probably going to be between 80 and 100 gems? I was like, yeah, at the start, I was pretty sure of that, and she was for a little while. However, that did not last long. Why? If you think of Mickey Mouse, obviously you think of Disney, you think of everything, but what's another character that you really associate with Mickey? Well, Minnie. What's a character that you associate with Goofy? Many would say Max, but a lot of people would say Pluto. Donald and Daisy Duck kind of go together. This is Disney's first couple. This is Disney's first. This is the first people. This is the first shipping that happened. For those of you that don't know what shipping is, it is when you take two fictional characters or non-fictional characters, people, and you say, oh, I ship those two. What does that mean? That means you wish in your headcanon that this person and this person, fictional or not, would be in a relationship. It's shipping. Many of y'all have shipped me with other people, and I'll be shipped with Taps, that's fine. But other people, yeah. So that's what that is. When you say, oh, you guys should be in a relationship. So if we let's say Minnie is 20% as popular as Mickey, and we'll hold that number on the back burner for right now. What did Mickey's first appearance on the blockchain, which is a double first appearance with him and Walt, him and Big Daddy Walt, what was that going for? It's going for like 2,800. Okay, if they were to split up, if Veve were to go and say, wind the clocks back, year and a half, they say, we're going to do a golden moment of Mickey, and we're going to do a golden moment of Walt Disney. Which one would do better? Probably Mickey. For the many great things there were about Walt, and there are a lot of great things, there are a couple of things that, maybe he would like people to forget about. But Mickey, you don't really have that. Why did I buy Pokemon cards? Why did I get into Pokemon instead of baseball? One, I love Pokemon, but two, with sports cards, you have that with that person, you have the chance of them being human and them committing a crime. Some being worse than others. Robert Downey Jr. breaking into someone's house, falling asleep, thinking it was his own house. I feel like that's not that bad. People committing assault and straight up unaliving people. Okay, yeah, that's really bad. And the net worth of whatever they're on, whether it's a Wheaties box or a trading card, it goes down. Mickey, Pluto, Donald are not going to get arrested for assault and battery. There's not going to be any of that. So I would think, in my opinion, that the Mickey would do better than Walt. If we could all agree with that. If we can't, and we be super conservative about this, and say that Mickey and Walt are as popular, to each other. No one is more popular than the other, which of course, I think it definitely heavily sides to Mickey. He's the freaking face of the company. And they were to split them up. Let's say Mickey would be, if they're 2,800 now, let's round it up to 1,500. Mickey by himself would be 1,500. Walt would be 1,500. We round that up to 3K, make the math easier. Okay, well, if Minnie had the same amount of mints as Mickey, which she does not, she'd be looking at, if she was the same popularity as Mickey, she would be also at 1,500. Now, she's not. I said before, maybe she's about 20% as popular as Mickey. And again, it's a very conservative number. I think she would be a bit higher. But what is 20% of 1,500? Well, that's $300. And again, that was if Minnie were to have the same amount of mints as Mickey. She doesn't. She has about half the mints. Just because you have half the amount of mints doesn't necessarily mean you would double. So I'm not going to sit here and say that she should be $600, although she probably will be at some point and much, much further beyond. But let's say that if half the amount of mints equal a 50% price increase, she should probably be about $450. This is just my opinion, but yeah, if I had some funds, I would definitely be buying some Minnie right now. I do not have Minnie. I'm not pumping my bags. I'm just saying, this is something that if if I had some extra funds right now and I wasn't going super heavy into OMI, I would get Minnie, which I think rightfully should. The price should be double where she is right now. But again, just my opinion. Comment down below what you think. Okay, Chavez, would you rather have 12 Minnie or one Veve logo? That's hard. I mean, I would still choose to take the, oh, man, 12 Minnie or one Veve logo. That is hard because you have, figure 10% is 200, so 20. You'd have about a little over 0.5% of all the minis, and they're very scarce for her first appearance. And I get it. Minnie, well, isn't her first appearance on the blockchain the lenticular cards? Not including the posters we have, and there's some scarce posters. Yeah, no, I get that. There's a scarce poster of Minnie. There's like 300 or so mints, and it's going for a couple $100s. Yeah, posters typically don't do well on Veve. Um, Despite that, she does have another, that's a couple $100s for that poster. Granted, that is very scarce. However, this is the label of FA. And again, I've said this before, you have Pokemon that the first edition Charizard is not the first Charizard that ever was. There was a couple of iterations of Charizard before then. You had the Meiji ones, you have the Cardass ones, you have the blue back Topsun ones, and green back as well. Why is this Charizard worth the most? Because it has that first edition stamp on it. It says first edition. Doesn't matter that other ones came first. Like we have first appearances of Minnie on the blockchain. It doesn't have that FA tag on it. Might have the first edition on the lenticular card. Yeah, this Minnie is probably one of the better things to buy on right now, in my opinion. Don't do your own research. This is just what I'm thinking in my own mind. Commenting, like, and subscribing. Please do that. That's great for the YouTube algorithm and for me. I love you all. I got to figure out where the bunny went. All right, I love you guys. Bye. Meow, meow.